the greatest fighter in human history, was killed in combat by demons and given the ability to reincarnate, though oddly enough, as a demon. He keeps ending his own life since the only way he can return to being a human is through death. However, the outcome was not what he had anticipated. The story opens with Hao Lianga, princess of the humans, and Shafeng Liao, the strongest golden warrior of the human race, who hopes to have the grandest wedding after he defeats the last demon and unifies the continent. Shafeng was set to attack the Womabola, the demon king, with level 555, the highest level demon cave. It marks the 18th year in the army. He leads the strongest human squad to attack the highest level demon cave. He tried to stop the millennia-long struggle between demons and humans so human can be the victors. Still, unfortunately, he died due to leading the 5th Army to repeated victories, and his outstanding contribution to the human race, Shafeng, was chosen for a chance to be reborn. In contrast, he chose the option to be reborn. He found himself among demons. Yanti, the class flower archer, was trying to talk to him, but he found it hard to understand. Shafeng appeared as Gan Luo, the giant demon warrior. He was angry if he had turned into a demon. He called for the dog system, shouting at Ute, for he thought he would be reborn as the light of the human race, and that his childhood wife was still waiting for him at home. He wondered what he was made into. The demons watched and wondered what was wrong with him. The dog system apologized to Shafeng, for there was a bug during his rebirth which he can't fix, but has prepared another rebirth opportunity for him, so that if he gets killed again he won't be reborn as human. Shafeng cried, wondering if his fiancée will remarry. The demon group wondered why Xiao Gan act weird as soon as he wakes up. Lamer D-class magician detected 12 members were approaching. They planned to quickly escape through the escape route, for if they were caught by the cruel guild members, they would be skinned alive. Gan realized the Blue Guild are human, and now he is a demon, so if he get killed he can be reborn. Then he decided to face the Blue Guild. The people were surprised. They wondered how he want to sacrifice himself to protect them. Liu Bingji, the daughter of the demon sovereign, tried to stop him, but they refused. He didn't want anyone to stop his rebirth. He pleaded with them to let him die with dignity and not be stopped. Gan went ahead to face the guild. As they set to attack him, he was excited, for he knew he would be reborn. The flower archer remembered the thrilling battle following the demon king. After the demon king's death, due to non-resistance, humans continuously invaded their land. They kept burning, killing, and looting, treating demon lives like grass, continuously compromising the demons, and almost regarded themselves as weaklings. This time, the demon decided to resist and attack back. They came together to attack the Blue Guild. Eventually, they defeated the Blue Guild. Gan didn't die, but instead he leveled up after the defeat of the Blue Guild. In the capital city of Yun Kingdom, it was said that the drawbridge plan failed miserably. They originally calculated the time accurately, waiting for Her Highness to be surrounded by the Blue Guild at the moment when they were all in a desperate situation, and young Master Huo Wujun, the demon warriors, lead the demon Solider to rescue him, who showcase his masculinity in front of Her Highness. Finally, stepping in the corpse of the human, he would embrace Her Highness, and under the drawbridge effect Her Highness will fall in love with Wujun. But no one knew they would suddenly enter a high spirit state at the critical moment and directly defeat the Blue Guild. It was said that it even awakened Her Highness Queen power. They asked Huo and the Demon General what they could do. Huo and the Demon General, with their status as the 3 great demon commands, he ordered that they directly force Her Highness to the court to marry his son Wujun, and no one dared to oppose. He asked that his son Wujun be summoned tonight, and tomorrow lead the troops to the court to propose, for he had always said that the drawbridge effect is completely useless. Her Highness was in her bath, wondering how Gan could be so brave at this critical moment. She sent for him because she wanted to reward him. Lamer, Her Highness's servant, quickly went to call him, for she seemed excited about Her Highness rewarding Xiao Gan. While Xiao Gan was wondering who could come and kill him, Lamer rushed to tell him that Her Highness sent for him. Xiao Gan told her to help him by killing him, but she felt today was not the right time for Her Highness want to reward him. Due to his heroic performance on the way this time, Her Highness, she specially granted him the first-class Medal of Bravery, which means he can freely enter and exit the palace from now on, and additionally special reward the Killing King set, which can help him become a true hero. Zio headed back to where he stays. Wei Ming realized the summon to the palace in the middle of the night turned out to give the former king's divine equipment to Zio Gan. Just because he was brave once during the escape, Wei Ming felt doing such was unworthy as a king, for such a level of reward should be presented in front of all the demon minister to show the world. He was angry because he had devoted his whole life to the Yun kingdom and Liu Bingji turned a blind eye. Not even a single reward for forcing him to stand by Demon General Huo. Wei Ming challenged Zio Gan to get benefits that he didn't deserve. Zio Gan just wanted to die, for such a reward was useless to him. He gave the set to Wei Ming and left. Wei Ming quickly changed his statement and apologized for altering disgraceful words. He felt he was guilty and deserved to die. He then promised to serve the kingdom till death. Zio Gan realized killing in this kingdom is out of the question, for the demons are quite united. He then decided to find another place to die tomorrow. Zio Gan then overheard the conversation with Wu Jun, leading the elite demon soldiers representing the 3 great demon commands, to propose to Her Highness in the courtyard, and anyone who dared to oppose would be killed without mercy. When Zio Gan heard that, he then decided to stay back for another day. It's so funny how Zio Gan is desperate to be killed so he could be reborn as human. On day 2 at the Yungo conference hall, Zio Gan was not expecting the Demon's Clan morning meeting to be so tedious. He just wanted them to get to the point so he could achieve his aim. While Mejuo Cao commended the princess to have mourned the Demon King for 3 years and now returned to the Great Hall was truly a cause for celebration. Mejuo Cao appreciated the Great General for the protection for not losing their city, since the human army for 100 miles away has been restless. Liu Bingyue commended the Great General for being remarkable since her grandfather's generation. He has been in charge of the entire army protecting the country of Yun, and he should be heavily rewarded. Huo and called his son Wu Jun and told Her Highness to bestow a marriage upon his son after they grew up together. Liu Bingyue wondered if Wu Jun had someone he liked, for it had been 3 years since they saw each other. Huo and pleaded with Her Highness to marry Wu Jun. She was shocked and told Huo and not to joke with such, for they are both not in love with each other. I wonder how getting in love with someone could be a forceful thing. Huo and try to force the princess whether she likes it or not, for in the face of the greater good everything else should be set aside, since in 1,000 years no woman has ever held power in the Demon's Clan's court. Now rumors are spreading and people are losing faith in the Yun kingdom after Her Highness ascend the throne. There will surely be turmoil. But if she marry Wu Jun, it will silence the people. Zio Gan saw he could use his chance now, so he held the hand of Her Highness, stopping her not to do as Huo and has said. Zio Gan challenged Huo and for trying to force the princess. Huo and have been working and devoting himself to the Yun kingdom all of his life until he now become one in the Yun kingdom, to be personally bestowed a magic order by 2 successive demon kings and rewarded in front of all the ministers. As the great general, he reminded Her Highness to think carefully before answering him. It began to get hot as the Demon Clan tried to fight against Huo and for bringing a forceful decision to the princess suddenly. The princess realized the general point and decided to agree with it. Zio Gan got angry, for she was already giving in so early, not even assured of her father's imperial spirit left in her. Huo and Zio Gan challenged each other regarding the issue on ground, reminding Huo and that Liu Bingyue is the Demon King, and she stands above all with unmatched beauty. He questioned who Huo and son is to match the princess. Huo and asked who then is worthy, if not his son. He stood to tell him that he was worthy. He confessed to them that they had pledged themselves to each other 3 days ago in the cave. Huo and got angry at him. Zio Gan was already feeling that he would kill him for what he had said, for he had committed a capital crime. As they set to attack Zio Gan, he blocked a fatal blow, activating a military magic order. Zio Gan level up due to being bestowed with the military magic order. Everyone was amazed that Her Highness handed the military magic order to him. It was a magic order that the Demon King can only use once in a lifetime. A demon bestowed with a military magic order represent the complete trust of the Demon King, gaining the accumulated experience of the Demon King and a one-time protection, and will hold an important in commanding military power in the future, which means Zio Gan possess a high magical power. Liu Bingyui's grandfather and father once bestowed upon Huo and the military magic order. From then on, he led the three armies, leading the soldiers of Yun Kingdom into life and death battles, and now Liu Bingyui handed over the magic power to Xiao Gan, and from now on Xiao Gan became the right general, and together with Left General Huo, and who would lead the entire demon army. Huo was angry with Liu Bingyui to have balanced his military power with a young brat. Mejuo Cao and other demon clan congratulated Xiao Gan for leading the three armies. Xiao Gan felt terrible, as if he had eaten something bad. All was in his mind is to just get killed and leave that world. Huo realized the magic order proved Her Highness's trust in him. But he wondered how someone who had never led troops into battle could convince a group of seasoned demons. He felt it would be difficult for Xiao Gan to handle such a title given to him. Huo was unbothered if his military power was divided. He felt Xiao Gan should pass through the ancestors' demon cave. Ancestor Liu Yun was the only king of the demon clan, and only those recognized by the ancestors deserved the power of a king. If Xiao Gan could pass through the ancestor demon cave, Huo promised to personally hand over the tiger talisman of military power. The demon clan knew Huo was up to something, for no one has ever come out alive from the demon cave in nearly 100 years now. This is a kind of opportunity Xiao Gan had already wanted, though. The demon clan, the other demon, felt Xiao Gan had proven himself, and the demon king has been obeyed. How could he dare defy the order again? It keeps getting though, as some demon clan was against Huo and planned for Xiao Gan. Liu Bingyui knew entering the demon cave was a certain death for whoever entered it. Xiao Gan heard that, and was excited. He agreed to enter into the demon cave. Death had been all he wanted anyway. He asked for the demon cave direction, for he was willing to go. They were all shocked. 200 years ago, the demon tribe faced a major crisis. The ancestor demon king of the Liu clan sacrificed himself to protect his people. He sealed his last demonic energy in a cave, waiting for the next recognized king to arrive. However, 100 years no demon has passed the test. Entering the demon cave requires a team of at least 2. No other person want to go in except General Xiao Gan, for they knew how dangerous it was. Suddenly, Ho Wujun decided to go. His father Huo was angry. He asked his son who let him act on his own. Ho Wujun wanted to prove that he wasn't inferior. They tried to stop him, for they felt he was the future of Yun Kingdom and should not be allowed to take such risk. Ho Wujun knew only those who are recognized by the ancestors deserve the power of a king, and if Yun Kingdom was to have a king, then it must be him. Mejuo Cao knew Ho Wujun's decision to go to the demon cave is correct, for Gan was practically cheating, for he had no real strength, unlike Ho Wujun, who has been outstanding since childhood, and now they could not let Xiao Gan steal the spotlight. Mejuo Cao told Wujun he could find an opportunity during the mission in the demon cave to eliminate Xiao Gan directly. Wujun then decided on what to do. On Xiao Gan's other end, the demon clan told him of how proud, ruthless and selfish Ho Wujun was, and will not allow anyone outshine him. They warned Xiao Gan to be careful, for he would certainly betray him at a time. Xiao felt that was a +1 chance of being killed, as he was excited about that. Wei Ming brought the best buff potion and healing potion from Yun Kingdom, for the demon cave is extremely dangerous, and he must be careful, and he gave him the potions. It was about time for them to go to the demon cave. Xiao Gan was excited, for he felt it was time for his reborn. Xiao Gan and Ho Wujun arrived at the demon cave as D-class monster bat ghost soul expert in stealth was detected. Ho Wujun didn't know what kind of monsters there are in the cave, as Xiao Gan remembered what the demons told him about how selfish and proud and ruthless Ho Wujun was, who will not allow anyone outshine him and will stab him at the back when the time comes. Xiao Gan got to the front and shouted that he was unprepared and that he was wearing a regular white outfit whose defense was so weak. What a dreadful confession Xiao Gan had made. Ho Wujun wondered what he was doing, for he shouldn't have exposed himself when he doesn't even know who the enemy is. Xiao Gan felt he had exposed his back to Ho Wujun and expected him to make his move. Suddenly, there was a flower strike as the monster set to attack them. Ho Wujun felt Xiao Gan must have noticed the malevolent spirits, resembling bats, that excel at blending into the shadows, for he had used his clever trick to draw them out of their hiding places. by feigning his weakness to lure them from their lairs, and then left them to Ho Woo-jun to deal with them. All at once Ho Woo-jun told Zio-gan not to think he could caught up with him in that way. Only if he knew Zio-gan was just looking for a way to get killed and reborn. Originally Zio-gan just wanted to expose himself so Ho Woo-jun can backstab him. But Ho Woo-jun for some inexplicable reason thought they were working together, and now all the monsters are after him. Due to the high damage to the monster, it generates a taunt effect, making him the primary target for all monsters. It turned out that neither Ho Woo-jun nor the monsters would kill Zio-gan, for he ended up being the safest person. Zio-gan tried to lure the monsters to kill him. There were still 480 attribute points not allocated. Ho Woo-jun felt it was the deepest part of the map. He wondered why Zio-gan hadn't made a move. Yet he wondered if he didn't have any real power at all, just being a useless leech trying to gain experience. Suddenly, there was a danger alert who detected the Demon King's messenger defense battle. Ho Woo-jun wondered if Zio-gan wouldn't make a move. Seeing him as a disadvantage, Ho Woo-jun realized he was powerless. He has always overestimated that. Could be quiet disappointed though. Zio-gan put up 480 points into strength and not a single point added to defense. This way, as long as he dealt enough damage, he could pull the taunt towards him. As expected of Ho Woo-jun, he felt no one in this world could be compared to him. He then decided to show his strongest attack. The fight with the monster continued as Ho Woo-jun noticed the messengers in front had no weakness, so they had extremely high defense. While they were still attacking, Zio-gan blew one of the messenger. Putting all point into strength, Ho Woo-jun realized Zio-gan has such power the messenger in front has no weakness, which means their weakness is behind them. Ho Woo-jun realized why Zio-gan hasn't made a move all along. He felt Zio-gan had foreseen everything and hid his strength. Due to the heavy damage Zio-gan dealt to the monsters, it produced a taunt effect which made him become the first target of all. Thank you for watching. Do you think Zio-gan would eventually die and be reborn into a human? Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.